Hello and welcome to the first of a three-part look at Foundation. I'm introducing this to you guys as I loved it. Yes, I played 7 hours already, and that was supposed to be a little look before I started recording. That went a bit wrong, but that's a good sign because that means I really enjoyed it. It's developed and published by Polymorph Games. I'm going to give you a brief outline of what the developer has to say about it. It is a gridless, sprawling medieval city builder simulation with a heavy focus on organic development, monument construction and resource management. All things I like in a game. In this strategy city builder economy simulation game, players must create a prosperous settlement as the newly appointed Lord. That's right, Lord. Of a region untouched by man. That's it. I don't want to have a really long intro, so we're going to get into the good stuff, which is the game. Now, a quick look at the settings. General, there's all the gubbins there. A fairly decent selection here. I disabled depth of field. Not a fan of it personally. Some of you may enjoy it. It does make it look like a kind of a model or a toy. For me, I like to focus with my own eyes. I don't want it dictated to me on the screen, but that's just a personal thing, and luckily you can turn it off, so that was fantastic. Everything else is pretty much maxed out. If you're interested on what my PC is like to compare it to your own, that is in the description below. Shall we get on with it? I would love to get into this and show you what it's all about. It's changed a lot, guys. We're just going to choose the hills map. There are a few to choose from. Coastal, whatever that says, mountain and valley. Fluvial? Don't know. So here we are then. We're going to ignore the help menu, as when I started this video, you'll know that I spent 7 hours playing it. So I've gone through most of the tutorial-y type stuff and figured out how to play it. When you initially land in your area, it's quite a large map, I will say that. I am zoomed out as much as you'll go. There's only one little niggle I have about controlling this, and it's only a personal thing, and that is the right mouse button does nothing for scrolling. But that's just something I use in RTS, and so I've got a knack of using right mouse button to scroll. It's also because I'm kind of lazy and I like to play one-handed and eat snacks with the other. That's not really it's not really a complaint about the game, is it? No, that just means I can't eat as many snacks. I don't know where that was going. Anywho, this is where you start. You can various places around the map. You can choose where you'd like to start your settlement, your foundations. Puns galore. You get some starter goods in there. Resources that come with the area. They all seem to come with stone and berries. So this is your food, and that's your building material, and obviously you've got trees. Now, one thing you've got to realise is eventually you're going to need iron, which is here. I'm fairly certain this is the only place you can get iron on this map. There's also no rivers, so no fishing. I don't think you can make your own rivers. I don't know how fishing works, but I find that a challenge. Shall we start here? I kind of like it. Although it's a bit hilly, we can kind of head there for our main area where it's nice and flat. And just to start with, so we go with the buildings and you plonk down your village centre, which is in effect just a pile of goods. I would like it. I know this is not really the centre of our land. I would like it down here, because eventually we're heading that way, and that leads this area to be a nice little market, which we'll get to eventually. There are our little people. We're in. Now, you have quests popping up all the time down here, and it pretty much guides you on the how you should build. The best starting practices for building your colony, your settlement. And so these are our founders. We have a good selection there. Elaine, Alan, Oliver. I think Oliver's going to be the focus of my attention. Oh dear, he's hiding. Good start, Oliver. He's just staring at me from behind. Who's this? From behind Rose. Oliver, where you going? Oliver is rather grumpy. He's a 24-year-old male. He's a newcomer. And these are what we've got to go with. Their primary needs. We need to meet these as we need to increase their happiness and increase their standing. So shall we give him his basic needs? Wells you can place anywhere, but food and resources for building, you have to rely on what's around you. Yes, the environment is key. So let's get going, shall we? We're going to get a gathering hut. That gets you your food. Now, if you look down to the bottom center of the screen, you can see you can left click to place a building, right click cancels, and if you hold down control and spin the mouse, you can rotate the mouse. There you go. Well, not rotate the mouse, that would mean you turn the mouse around, wouldn't it? That's not right. But yeah, if you scroll the mouse around, you can get it nice if you're into looks, which I am. So we're going to get the foundations of our foundation started, of our settlement words. So what we need to do, people don't just do stuff, you have to assign them. Now that we have the foundation of the gatherer's hut, we need to go down here and select us. One of these people needs to be, so who's this? Oh, it's Rose. What's the odds on that? I would like you to be a builder. Now that she's a builder, if we click on resource panel here, you'll see these are your starting resources. You start off with 430 monies, gold bars. What does it call it? It's just gold. And then we've got 30 wood, 20 tools, 10 berries, and 10 cloth. And they're all in this stockpile just here, which is our humble beginnings. Eventually, I think we can clear this out. She's off and she's building. I tend to like having two builders to start with. So we'll have Carla. You can be a builder as well. She probably won't join in with that small building, but what she's going to be doing is she's going to be building a stone cutters. Now, for me, I'm not sure what the red area means, but I'm guessing it makes people unhappy. Now, we're going to put you in there. They should clear the trees out. To our other builder, that's Rose. You'll notice they level up as they're building. Please bear in mind this is early access still, but a lot has changed since I first saw this when it was initially streamed by people and creating videos. In fact, I didn't stay watching long. I kind of got lost and didn't know what was going on. Now the game, it just seems it's come on leaps and bounds to me. I love it. Right, we need to now get people working as gatherers. What you can do is you can check this, which is unemployed only, and then you get a list of the people, so you don't have to go hunting them all down, which is lovely. So we're going to get people, Elaine, working. We could add more people in here if we go up to there. We could have Oliver. Let's make Oliver a gatherer, and then he's got a job. Perhaps he'll start to become happier. I think they will clear the trees down without you having any sort of lumberjacks. Yes, they are. We're going to need to get, talking of wood, we're going to need to get lumber camps going, or at least one to start with, as we need to get some wood underway, some logs, to build further expansions. So we'll go up here. You'll notice they're making little paths, which is awesome. I'll go and build that. Is that finished yet? Not yet. So there we go. Quest complete. We've got a new quest, which is assign a new builder. I've kind of skipped this. That was my own fault. I should have been following this. I mean, for your own playthrough, just follow this. It'll guide you. I went ahead of myself a little bit. That's how eager I am to get into this, guys. I tell you what 7 hours of gameplay looked like. A lot of it was me just going, ooh, what are you doing there? Yep. 30 minutes I think I spent once I'd built up a modest little colony staring at their day-to-day lives, which for me is a game worthy of playing. So we don't have any quests at the moment because I'm kind of doing this back to front. I think what we have to do here is possibly unassign one of our... That's my own fault. It would be interesting to see how it affects the quests, though. What do we have? Let's look at our villagers. Let's unassign Rose from building, and then... Oh, I was wondering about this. It does seem like they retain their experience. Extraction zones. You have a new quest. Assign a new woodcutter. Okay, we've kind of caught up on the quests. We should follow this. Let's assign a woodcutter. And unemployed only will get Emily. Yes, I'll say Emily. And we'll do it in order of quests. I really love this. Look at the little paths they make. It's fantastic. I love that. Who is that? That's Emily. She's off. I am working and I am preparing to work. Works 66 meters from home, I would say. Not miles. That'll be a walk and a half. So we've got no extraction zone, which is why she's a bit unhappy. And extraction zones are up here. So you can paint development zones, and we need extraction. Again, you can use the whole control and mouse wheel to paint this area. And what you do is wherever you want to start cutting down trees, you just throw it all in there. I tend to just fill in the entire area to start with, because we're going to need everything. Luckily, okay, so because I went running ahead without paying attention to the quests, they do seem to notice that I've built things. Sometimes that can break quests, but not in Foundation. That makes me happy. So I haven't ruined it. So there we go. We're now going to follow these quests to get ourselves up and running. I should maybe fill the... Can we move the... Ah, there we go. Just click on them. You have a new quest. Fill the needs of your newcomers. As I briefly mentioned at the beginning, they had needs. Where's Oliver? Let's find Oliver. He's our shining example. Oliver is now a level 5 forager. Now, they don't technically have houses yet. Houses are actually an interesting feature for me. How our little settlers will come to build it. He's still mightily grumpy. There we go. It's because we're not filling any of his needs. He's just working hard and getting nothing for it. So we need to build a well, which is up here. We'll go down to the well there. It costs 10 wood and 5 stone, which we are getting now. Oh, no, we're not. We've still got to assign a worker over there. We're going to put the well out the way. I want it down like near the centre, as it were. It's probably going to be slightly off centre. But we could maybe have this at the beginnings of our centre. And then have the actual town centre and market, which we'll get to. Because there we go. Assign a new market trade. Oh, trader? Tender. We've got to build a market. We've got to build a granary. Now the market's the first of the building projects you'll see, where you've got to build them segment by segment, and you can edit them and change them as you go. I do love it. Can you tell I'm excited? Who are you? You're just standing around. Oh, you're on a break. That's fine. Who is this building? This is Rose. We keep finding Rose. She might level up soon. No idea what this actually does for us. Probably increases their efficiency. There you go. You're level 1, Rose. Congratulations. We should really start getting some stone, shouldn't we? Absolutely. I don't know whether the quest will tell us eventually. We're going to need some spare people, though. So the needs, we've done the... Well, we're doing the well. She will finish building that soon. Then we'll need a market. So this quest will reward us 100 gold. However, we've got a maximum of 500 gold. To begin with, it's not an issue. It's balanced out quite nicely. But we've got to start... This is what we've got to look towards. Selling our berries in our market there. It would cost us to buy this 500 gold. And it then adds taxes to our budget. as you see here, this week. We're currently not making any income because we are not trading, which comes later, and we're not selling to our little people. And then here's all the upkeep. And there's the territory taxes. So the upkeep costs will be, if we click on our gatherers. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, I don't want to abandon it. Wait, what? This is your village centre. You cannot abandon. I did not know you can abandon stuff. There you go. I just learned something. That's interesting. Perhaps if you don't want an area. I'm not sure why you would abandon it. Oh, maybe if taxes are too high. And you've just got to say, well, sorry, I've expanded too fast. That's kind of nice. Okay, we've got 2 foragers. Food is being collected. And we've got stone cutters. Yes, and we've got wood cutters. Brilliant. Was just waiting on this well, really. I don't know where we're going to fit this market. I don't feel like we need a huge market to start with. So what we'll do, I would sort of like to build the granary first. The reason being is they need the market area. You'll see monuments. Those are the things that you can plug together. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Modular. Yes, monuments are modular. That's got a ring to it. And the market is one of those. You've got wooden bridges and rustic churches, which we'll get to shortly, and some decorations unlocked. All of these unlocked that are grayed out. Do I want to start, but no, let's not start building. Let's build the granary first, because we're going to need this. We can get rid of some of these trees. We'll have it right there near to where our market's going to begin. We can always move it later on. That is going to be our granary, where they'll start storing their food. We've got 8 newcomers. We're not going to get surf yet because we're going to have to start seeing to their needs. They're still waiting on stone. It's a good job we did build the stone gatherer over here. I guess given that stone is a bit slow on the uptake, we'll assign another person to stone for now. We might not need 2 builders early on, because we're going to have to get new people joining our fabulous little settlement here. I believe we've still got a few unemployed, right? We got one. We've got one who's unemployed. You can sort by various things: name, job, status, happiness. So if we sort by status, it doesn't really change. But yeah, arrival kind of works. Because then you can forever see who your founders were. So we're building our granary. I guess what we should do is we can fast forward it here. Get everybody building. There she goes. At warp speed now. Now I'm just going to slow this back down a second. I love the way that when they're building it, you can see like the foundations. Yes. I'm going to keep saying it, aren't I? But you can see like where they're building and the infrastructure of the building. I could literally spend all day playing this. I really could. It's a relaxing and pleasant experience. Are any of you playing at home? Have you built some fantastic monuments? Because I haven't really got, even though I played 7 hours, I haven't really got far into the game. And there's more planned as well on during early access, which I am super looking forward to seeing. There are mods, if you noticed it in the beginning of the video. There was a little mods button, and there's some mods on the workshop already. I'm going straight with vanilla because I want to keep the balance and just play the game as intended before we start doing the fancies. There we go. So as these collect stone, they'll go and pick them up. What's she doing at the moment? Who is this? She is this Winona is the stone cutter. We've got 2 now, right? I did assign another one. Yeah, Claude and Winona. There we go. That's a nice view. See them doing their stuff. You can zoom right out. You can see the tiny little people still, even zoomed all the way out. Oh, what's that say? A building complete. Well, now, this will change their happiness a little bit. Because, as you can see here, they're now got water. Which is one of their primary needs. The next one they need is food. You might say to yourself, well, there's food there. You've got 44 berries. Well, our little founders have decided that we need an economy. And so you don't just get it for free. No, you have to pay for the stuff that they're picking. That's how it works. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Our little guys up here have stocked up lots of food. What will happen is when this is complete, which it will be in 1 stone's time, they'll start moving all the food into here once we select it into the granary. What I'd like to do then is start our market. We're not going to do anything fancy. We're just going to get a food stall in here like that. You'll see monuments a bit like have blueprints. So you set it down and you'll see it's in. It's probably not the best positioning in the world, but I mean, I'll take it. We could move it so you can pick it back up again and change it so it's down here. See the little stool there and the selection of goods. I mean, in hindsight, I could have maybe found a flatter area on the map, but we're trying to move over here and eventually we can maybe edit all this and get our market and our town centre down there. That's our market stall in. We could add a tent, green for food perhaps, but it takes 5 cloth, which we're not producing at the moment, although we do have some. It does give us splendour up here, which we'll get into more later on. So we're just going to go with that. Really, really simple. It's just a food stall. Because it's only going to cost us 10 logs. Is it logs? It was just wood, straight up wood. So we've done the granary, we've done the well. So we go up to the granary now. We need to actually assign what's in here. And the only thing we've got available are berries. We're going to need someone to actually transport all those berries around. They're going to take them to the market eventually. Who is it? Is it? It's Carla. No, Carla's a builder. It says it right there, sir. You got confused. Who's our transporter? Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know how to... Hildgard? Hilda. Can you name them? I never checked. Oh, I don't think you can. Not a big deal though, is it? Anything here? No, you can view their home, their workplace, and you can follow them. A day in the life of Hildgard. Drop a comment below if I've pronounced that completely wrong. Which I probably have. It's fantastic. You can just pick anybody and go and follow them around. Is that Oliver? How's Oliver doing? Are you happy? Oliver? Still miserable. Well, life is just terrible for you, isn't it, Oliver? Market is complete. We're going to need someone to work on the market. However, we've ran out of settlers. What I feel we could do, possibly... I don't really want to get rid of the builders. Well, this is awkward. I've overgiven people jobs. Who's the worst builder? Well, let's give Rose... Let's give her a new job. Could you just work the market for now? Now, what we'll do... We're getting towards the end of the first part, guys. Goodness me, time's flown. I didn't realise it has already been half an hour. It feels like I've only just started. This would be kind of a perfect way to wrap up as well, wouldn't it? We've got the basic needs. If we can get a surf before the end of the episode, that'd be great. There we go. Rose with her new job. She still doubles as a builder if we need her. So yeah, people won't join us in our lovely settlement if it's not inviting enough. Which, I can't remember where you can see that. It's up here somewhere. Is it there? Newcomers. There's somewhere up here. You can see when a new arrival is coming. Right, I quickly paused it to find out where you can find where you get new people. Here we go. This is your village. We can't just call it your village. What should we call it? Grand... Grand... I don't know. It's just call it Grand. Grand T-Ville. Perfect. That's why... Oh, what on earth did I type there? Grand Teesville. That's beautiful. But yes, eight newcomers. Immigration, 3 days. Happiness of 50 raises time by 100%. You have to get your happiness up, and then they'll start coming and moving in to your lovely village. Is it a village yet? It's kind of a village, isn't it now? It's the start. So we need serfs. We still don't have any serfs. They will become serfs eventually. We're not really selling any resources yet, are we? Oh, because you plonker. What we've got to do is we've got to assign berries to our food stall here. Okay, that should sort that out. Those that know how to play this game or are paying a little bit more attention than I am right now will probably yelling at the screen. Grand, you need to assign something to your market, sir. Well, I have. Now they will sell it. There we go. So they'll gradually get happier. Where is Oliver? Oliver, are you happy yet, sir? No, because you've not bought any food. Come on, someone buy some food. There she goes. We have goods. We have 50 berries at the market. Come and buy your berries. Do you want to get some berries? There we go, guys. So we got some gold for that. Your villagers have reached a new status. Serf. The kingdom recognizes your efforts in establishing your settlement. I am but a humble servant. Oh, okay, so, yeah, because we're a lord, aren't we? So there must be a king above us. Or a queen? Is it a king? It's a king. I think that's a king, or is it a queen? I can't tell. Anyway, you will have the following effect. +4 to military and +4 to workers. I think it's called military. Kingdom. +4 to kingdom. +4 to labour. We have clergy there as well. You'll notice the beautiful sound of us earning money from our little settlers here, our founders. You have a new quest. Unlock the warehouse from the labour estate panel, which is here. And in order to unlock it, we'll require 10 of our villagers to be serfs. At the moment, we have 4. But we have 2 new people joining the wonderful Grand Teesville. We've got to start thinking of housing as well. Goodness me, it's all go. All right, I would say that was part 1, and I'm happy with it. We've done the basics. We've got everything going. We can get rid of this. It just shows you the outline, but if you click on territory boundaries there, we can have a beautiful little look. This is the best. That's exactly where I'd love to build one. I mean, I technically built it, but as I said, we're going to move our market downhill a bit, so it's nice and flat once we can access that area. Yep, housing. How do we do housing? Well, they actually do it themselves, and we'll get into that in part 2. So that's the end of part 1. When we come back, we're gonna let them build some houses. How do we do that? Well, it's kind of simple. We're going to be using this tool here. We have a new one, residential, but we'll do that. It's in part 2. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I had a lot of fun, and I know why I spent 7 hours in it now. And we're going to spend another hour in this in parts 2 and 3, and then we can decide whether you want to see more of this on my channel, and we can build a fantabulous city, town, yes, and be king of the castle or something. Brilliant ending to a video. So, until next time, guys, take care.